everyone, my name is Hani and welcome to Play Plus TV. Today we are having a very special person in the studios and I bet you don't want to miss any little thing from this interview. So stay tuned and bring your ears and eyes right here. So in the studios I have a special gentleman. You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so please introduce yourself for us.
Okay, thank you. My name is Appiah Kubi, and I'm a level 500 Doctor of Optometry student. I had my basic education at Highgate International School, where I proceeded to Opokwara School to have my secondary education, where I read science, general science. And I'm currently in the best university in Ghana, offering Doctor of Optometry. Of some of the leadership service that I have been in, I've served as the welfare chairperson of Casford Hall, UCC, rising to be the JCRC President of Casford Hall, and a formal SRC presidential candidate. I was the first runner-up in the just ended elections. Thank you.
Wow, okay. So, a doctor, so just wow, hey, wow, that was nice, nice introduction. I love it. Okay, so what's your vision for the students?
Okay, thank you very much. As I've always been saying, the vision of Team Appiah Kubi has always been one: championing the interest of the student and also prioritizing their welfare, bridging the gap between the student and also the student populace. Subsequently, I'm going to go further deeper into it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, can you walk us through your journey on, how you contested for the SRC president? Just enlighten us a bit. We want to know.
Wow. This is a very wonderful question, I must say. And if I'm really to go into details, can take me about 2 days.
2 days.
Because it was a roller coaster of emotions. Sometimes it was a very wonderful one. Sometimes we were sad, sometimes we were very happy. I remember way back last year when I contested for the position of the JCRC President of Casford Hall. Initially, I had first lost an election. So, yes, I had lost an election. I was a vice presidential candidate to a law student team to 4, and we lost by some 50 to 60 votes, and I decided to come again. So we did our homeworks well, we dotted our I's and also crossed our T's, and we came back, and by the God's special grace we were able to win the election. So after that, as I've always been saying, championing the interests of the student, I decided that, then let's extend this horizon to the university students so that they can also enjoy our leadership of service, because I do believe that as a leader, you shouldn't lord over the people. You should be somebody who should be in service. So you shouldn't be a dictator, but you should be somebody who is always in the service of individuals. So we started having conversations, consulted various stakeholders, and decided to run for the position of the SRC president. In the second semester, it was a very wonderful and a very joyous moment too, but God knows best, and we came second in the election. But I do believe that God knows everything. Thank you.
Okay. So when you have a couple of losses.
Yes.
So how does it feel? How do you take this? How do you keep? Because you are on campus, and sometimes when you lose, you see people like you. How does it feel? And how do you take the losses?
Wow. Nelson Mandela said one thing. He said he has never lost an election. It's either he won or he learned from the election. So there's a general saying in elections, it's a win or a learn situation. So having suffered some losses myself, I do believe that sometimes it's very, very painful. I remember my first time when I lost, the vote difference was around 50 or 60, and I was like, hey, Charlie, I was very close to this thing. So this year, when I lost the SRC election, I was very sad. But after every election, you have to do retrospection. You need to see your flaws or pros and cons. And I saw that I had around 5,000 votes. Yes, so it's enormous, I have to say. And thank you very much, people of UCC, because getting around 5,000 plus, the vote difference was not even up to 500. I have to say that I did well, and the people also believe in our vision. So I also want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to all the students who came, who voted, everyone. God bless you all.
Okay, so nice one. How is your vice president doing? And do you intend to be with her? The same thing.
Yeah, my vice president, Iman Abubakar, she's a very strong woman, very strong woman, and she initially was down, but she had this tendency that Charlie, everything happens for a reason. So a man is doing very well, she's a strong person. She even sometimes motivates me. It should be the other way around. I should have been motivating her since she's a lady. And I also want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to the Muslim community for their wonderful support. They really did a very massive work, taking Iman from the Muslim fraternity. They came all out and they supported me. Allah bless you guys, and I still have you guys in mind. Thank you.
Okay, so can you reflect on the key lessons you learned from the previous conference and show us the lessons how it's going to influence your next campaign? Yes.
Oh, okay. There's one thing that I would like to say. As a leader or as an individual, you should always learn how to communicate. This is a very, very important thing. Not even as a leader per se. You should always learn how to communicate. You should always learn how to keep people in the know, keep them in the loop. Because sometimes you might think that what you are doing is the best. So you should always have a broader scope of consulting individuals to also seek their advice. So I do believe that going forward, I'm going to make sure that I consult lots of people and also have conversations with various people.
So how you address any concerns that may have risen from your previous campaign, and how do you plan to rebuild the connection?
Okay. As an individual, we all have our flaws. No one is 100%, no one is perfect. Appiah Kubi is a human too, so he also has his cons. I have my pros, I also have my cons. So I do believe that after everything, you should sit down and you should assess yourself. That is something that everyone should do, not necessarily a leader. So if the criticisms are coming, it depends on what you do. So let's say if you assess yourself and you see that you are right, you know what to do. If you see that you are wrong and where you need to apologize, you need to go and apologize. So criticism is very good in shaping an individual for the future.
So there are rumors that you did not do anything for your hall. So can you just clarify things for us?
Wow. I do believe that everybody has what he contributes to the people, and every president that has come to the hall has what he has done for the people. And I do believe that when Appiah Kubi came, he also did his fair share of the things that he did, including renovating the main library of Casford Hall into an ultra-modern one, getting around 35,000 plus bookshelves for the people so that they can have ease and comfort in studying, and also fixing all the cables to give them internet accessibility. And also had this project that has been in the pipeline for about 5 to 6 years. That is our hybrid library project. And interestingly, it was in 3 phases. We had the phase 1, the phase 2, and the phase 3. God being so good, the phase 1 and the second phase had been done already. And it was left with the final and the third phase, that is procurement of computers. And I can say point blank and emphatically on this live show that we were able to buy some of the computers, and going forward the next semester, the hybrid library will be open for all fellows to use it. Thank you very much.
Wow. Okay, so tell us, how do you combine leadership role with academics? Because you are doing optometry level 500. Studying this course in UCC is not easy. The pressure, and also tell us, how are you combining this?
UCC is a very stressful place, I have to be sincere. Irrespective of the course, irrespective of the program that you are studying. If you are reading BA, you are reading BSc, if you are reading doctor, everything is very stressful. And even Newton said one thing in his third law of motion: to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So whatever you do, it has replication. So spending most of your time doing campaign and being leadership roles sometimes have a toll on your academics. I have to be very sincere. So I'd like to also say that my class did very well. OD25, optometry class, that will be graduating in 2025. They did very well. It's very supportive. Sometimes they will learn and they will come and teach you. And I also had some very wonderful friends that would even spend their night, instead of them to sleep, they will be telling you, Appiah, this is what you have to do, this is what you... So they did very well. Because if it was to be me personally, I'm not sure that maybe, but they did well. They did well and they sacrificed their time for me. So I like to say that I have very supportive friends. That is what is also keeping me around. Yes.
Okay, so so far the way you are talking about how you lost, how you are back again on your feet and all of that, should we expect the second coming?
Okay, wow. I always say this thing. When an individual falls, he shouldn't just fall down. He shouldn't just stay on the ground. He should always try as much as possible to come back. Even the Bible makes us understand that the righteous shall fall 7 times and it shall stand 7 times. Me losing elections coming back, I can say that we are preparing for a massive comeback. So people of UCC, I want you to anticipate the second coming of Appiah Kubi, and I know that with you guys, it's going to be possible this time.
Okay, so how are you coming? Are you coming in the same version or a different version? I mean,
wow. In the same version. Okay, so Appiah Kubi, as most of us have already known, is a very calm, very humble person. And I like to say it again that Appiah Kubi will come in the same person, the very humble person, the very respectful person that will come to your various lecture theatres and also to the various halls of residence. So it is going to be the same person, but there is going to be definitely some other additions. And the vision for the student is also going to be the same thing.
Okay, so let's talk about what is going to make you Appiah Kubi different from your other competitors. I mean, why should the students choose you over your other candidates and your competitors?
Wow. As I've always been saying, everybody is somebody. Yes, and we all have the capacity and the potentials of leading. If somebody decides to come and tell the people that, oh, this is what I have for you, it means that the person has gotten a conviction of what he has and what he wants to do for the people. So I do believe that I'm not going to underrate or underestimate anyone. Candidates that will be coming next year, they have what it takes. But Appiah Kubi is there for the people. I have this vision of championing the interest of the student and also prioritizing their welfare. Let's come to campus right now. When you come to campus, you see that there are some challenges that are facing the student's body. Let's take, for instance, accommodation brouhaha. You see that the prices of hostels are skyrocketing. It's very, very expensive, and yes, it's not easy. And I can say that maybe my administration might not be able to build a hostel from the scratch and complete it during my time, but I do believe that various conversations and consultations can be had so that we can allocate certain funds, let's say 10% of the school's fund or the SRC fund will be put, and there will be a memorandum of understanding such that in subsequent years, for about 10 years or about 15 years, you will get enough money to put up a hostel. And I do believe that coming again is also a very wonderful thing because I have some experience, but the only thing that I do believe is going to really set us apart is the grace of God. I have to be sincere.
Somebody has the grace. Okay, nice one. Before your final words, you are a doctor. Okay, so there is something very special about doctors. This is a doctor. This is coming from a doctor. Something that makes doctors stand up. I mean, special. What is that then?
Doctors, okay. There's this one thing that people always say: doctors have the bad handwriting.
Yes.
yes.
Exactly. So I mean, this is your doctor UCC, and he's coming back again. Do well. Rally your support behind him because you know him. He has come again, and he is coming much better. So please, your final words.
Okay, people of UCC, good day. I bring you greetings from Appiah Kubi. And I'd like to first officially use this opportunity to say a very big thank you for your wonderful support over the past few days, past few months. Last elections, I contested for the position of the SRC President. Unfortunately, but I also unfortunately became second, having around 5,000 plus votes. It means that you showed trust in me, and I'm very grateful for the support, for the help, and excluding no one over the 30,000 students on campus. This is a heartfelt thank you message to you guys, and may God bless you. All the things that you have lost, may God replenish, and may He grant all your desires. And I also want to use this opportunity to tell you guys to stay safe. I know we are all having a very wonderful vacation. Please make sure you pray, make sure that you do your things very well, and stay safe. And hoping to see you next semester. Thank you very much, and we'll be expecting you guys. Bye bye.
Wow. So, I mean, this is a very interesting conversation with Appiah Kubi, and thank you so much for coming. And please do well to always expect him, always support Appiah Kubi, because he has nothing but the best for you and the students, interest at heart. Thank you so much. My name has been Honey, and this is Play Plus TV. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms. Thank you and have a lovely day.